that you like to dance, you like to act, don't take a chance. Let it grow. You tear apart, see how it works. You're curious to see the world.
I like to play dodgeball, play my guitar.
Find out what you love to do. Search yourself to find the clue.
There's lots of fun stuff to play with. It's good learning.
Well, little dream will stand behind you.
It's a good place to go after school, especially when single parents are working.
The organization has become a cornerstone of youth and family services in our communities up and down the valley.
Building up the thoughts inside you, an open mind, just let it guide you.
We think the Boys and Girls Club rocks!
Hi, my name is Craig Monley. I'm currently the Chief Executive Officer of Okanagan Boys and Girls Clubs. Since 1959, the Okanagan Boys and Girls Clubs have been providing young people with a place to go, a place where they can make new friends, try new things, and practice what they do well in a safe place, supervised by caring adults. What brought the first kids to our first club way back then are the same things that bring kids to us today. Joining a club, being a member, going to a place that's fun, safe, and where belonging counts. Today we have over 30 locations in the Okanagan, stretching from Armstrong to Osoyoos.
Designing programs for 0 to 5, we try to encompass the needs of the parents and what families in our community are looking for. So we provide a variety of programs for the 0 to 5s, such as gross motor kinds of programs, physical activities, like a kinder gym. So it's just basically meeting the needs of families in our community.
My daughter learns more social interaction and how to just play with kids versus in a school environment. It's more structured. At least here she gets to interact with other kids in a carefree, fun-loving environment.
The thing that I enjoy most about working at the Boys and Girls Club is that every day is different, and I've seen these children grow, and I've been able to impact their lives through the teachings that's going on here. And you can see how they're growing into young adults and being able to even graduate our special needs program, being able to have experience working, being able to have experience cooking, and knowing that they're going to be all right because we help them out.
The staff here is incredible. They are just so welcoming, loving people. My children just adore them. My girls love so much about the Boys and Girls Club. They love the activities, the staff again, their friends. They just feel welcome. They just love this place like a second home. It's fabulous.
As a staff and volunteer here, just watching the impact that these activities and these programs have on children, I think is just immeasurable. I think the measure of a really great program is whether you would put your child in that program. And my little guy is just 2. And I have him on the wait list for one of our programs to start as soon as he's old enough, and I would absolutely feel confident and thrilled that he would be a part of programs here.
Hi, I'm Christy Butterworth. I'm Center Director of the Downtown Youth Center. Our main objectives at the Downtown Youth Center are to help the youth to develop some skills so that they can grow to be independent, self-sufficient individuals.
I wanted to volunteer with the Boys and Girls Club because it just felt like I kind of straightened myself up, so how many more people could feel like I did, just totally empowered in myself. Without the Boys and Girls Club, I think I'd be one of those youth who just kind of slipped through the cracks.
Realistically, most of the youth that we serve are the young people who haven't fit into sort of the traditional and mainstream society. So they didn't do well at school, or they tried sports, or they tried creative pursuits, and for whatever reason it just didn't work, and they're really looking for somewhere to belong. And ultimately, we give them that place to belong, and then help them to address whatever else is going on in their lives. Anybody can make a difference in a young person's life, and the more people understand about not only what we do, but what the issues are, the better chance we're going to have to help address those issues.
Joined up with the Boys and Girls Club because I was a high-risk youth, prostitution, drug, ring sort of thing, and always needed guidance, fresh food, clothing, shower, shelter, comfort, it's not like a boot camp, you know what I mean? People aren't directing you to do things, and they're not putting you down. They're just here to help and to listen. And that's what people need. Without the club, I wouldn't be here today, plain and simple.
We have a shelter for youth, the ages 13 to 18. The program runs from 8 p.m. till 8 a.m.
We help youth find housing in a variety of ways. So we have a continuum of services, of housing services here. So they can come in at the shelter, it's an emergency shelter. They can come in to Penny Lane Transition House. I run a 2-bedroom independent living suite called Gateway. So there's different stages of housing that they can come in that we can offer them. And then I also help them find housing out in the community.
When I first came here, my husband was unemployed. We have 3 children. It was a very hard time for us. The services here have helped us with food security by participating in the community kitchen. It has kept us from welfare more than once and just built some real solid connections with the people in my community. And those are the things that support you when times are tough. So my future really, for me personally, it's going to be about giving back to other people all the fabulous things that have come to me and my family.
The Community Kitchen is part of the Family Outreach Program, which is a program designed to support families with children prenatal to 6 years. The idea behind the Community Kitchen is that children are well fed, and if there is any lack of funds in the family budget, that this is going to help families with the kids.
For me, what makes the Boys and Girls Club unique is the focus on families. Having my family go through the Boys and Girls Club's experience, because my son was also involved, and being involved with families at the daycare center, just getting to be a part of their families and being a part of a family, and that's the biggest thing for me, for sure.
The Boys and Girls Clubs organizes several fundraising community events each year, and they're great events because they involve the whole community, and they're able to involve businesses and community sponsors as well. We just value so much having their involvement in our events. We wouldn't be able to put them on without them, and we wouldn't be able to raise the money that we do to support our clubs.
The Boys and Girls Club is kind of an unsung hero. I feel that the kids, this is a safe environment for them. They learn lots. There's lots of things for them to do here. The instructors are fantastic. And until I moved here and got my kids involved, I didn't really realize that they were even there. So I'd just like to create awareness through McDonald's that the club is there and that people should be utilizing it.
The experience with the Boys and Girls Club is always rewarding because you know you're helping kids out, especially kids in trouble. I think everybody should try to help whenever they can. And we're living in a pretty affluent society, and there's so many people that don't have, and those that have should share what they have.
I cannot imagine what all the communities would be like throughout the Okanagan without having a Boys and Girls Club, and so it is essential that the commitment remains, that the volunteerism is continued.
Both as an elected official, but also as a father of 3 and now as a grandfather, the importance of the Boys and Girls Club have been immeasurable in my personal family life and through the impact I've seen in many families in the community.
We have to start with our youth. If we don't start with the youth, we're not going to be very successful in building our community and for the future leaders of tomorrow and what that brings. I personally am a graduate of the Boys and Girls Club program, and I saw what it did for me, and to this day, the leadership programs that I was involved in, being a teen in Toronto, Ontario, and the Boys and Girls Club that I was involved with, I still use many of those leadership skills here today.
As a policeman for 38 years, I often had to deal with the aftermath of families and children that didn't have the support that they needed from the community. The Boys and Girls Club, through their various programs, has just been phenomenal in providing that support.
Kids today are the future of tomorrow and the leaders of tomorrow, and we have to be able to develop them and make sure that we provide them with alternatives to what the bad paths that they could follow.
We in the Okanagan Boys and Girls Clubs are very proud of our achievements over the past 50 years, and we look forward to the next half century providing services to young people and helping them get a good start, to support families in the difficulties and challenges of parenting, and to help young people who, when encountering difficulty, are looking for a real resource, a real place to get real help now. We want to be there for them as well. I want to thank our many supporters and community partners who help us do our work every day, who help us make the difference that we know we can, and who give every child that comes into the Boys and Girls Club the experience of knowing they're in a good place to be.